Hey, this is Jason Lee with Next Level Guitar, and today I want to bring you a really cool classic original riff that I wrote that we're going to consider an intermediate surf riff that you can play with. You can do some add-ons. We'll show you how to do some really cool little twists later on in the lesson. So let's get started. So tone-wise, you're going to want to crank up the reverb as best you can on this lesson. I'm using an outboard reverb tank, kind of turned up halfway, but if you've got an amp with just a spring reverb in it or anything like that, go ahead and crank it up for this lesson. For now, let's go right into the notes that I'm playing. Start off with the 7th fret on the A string, so it's going to be our E. That's where the whole riff starts. So 7 on the A, 5 on the D, 7 on the D, 9 on the D, 7 on the G, 8 on the G, 9 on the G. Now for the second part, 7 on the A, so that'll be our E note, 5 on the D, 7 on the D, 8 on the D. We're basically going to walk that back down again to the 7 on the D, 5 on the D, and then in where we started, 7 on the A. So I'll play that in a slower to medium pace sequence. And if you want more help with your soloing, click on the link below. We'll send you a free video lesson and ebook from Next Level Guitar. It's free, so click on the link. So now that we know what's going on with the left hand, let's really worry about what's going on with the right hand. A lot of surf has to do with the right hand, and that way you can push your reverb tank, you can get that nice thumpy sound. Here it has a nice little echo with it with the reverb tank. But let's just go into that. You can do downstrokes on this one if you want to go for a real heavy sound. If I'm doing any little embellishments, I'll kind of mix it up with an up-down. To me, it's in the back of my mind, it's whatever feels comfortable for me. But let's do a close-up on the right hand so we know what I'm doing. You can play the notes really however you want in this lesson, but it's really all about the pattern of the right hand, and the notes that I'm choosing for you is going to keep you in a nice little ladder sequence from going from the low E, on the A string, up to the high E on the G string, and then coming back down. So let's get a close-up of the right hand, and I'll try and do it with just downstroke so you can see how I'm doing the strumming pattern. You can do this whole lesson if you want with just 1-2s. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, like that. Okay, like this. See right there on that turnaround part of the second part, kind of holding it just a little bit longer on my plucks, how many times I'm strumming, and that's what surf is. It's kind of has that little embellishment to it. Or so you can see on my left hand too. Cool little thing you can do is just do a walk down. So again with the right hand, straight 1-2s. Now I'll kind of hop around. You can see just by doing the lesson or the riff or whatever I'm playing today, it's kind of fun. You'll naturally find your own rhythm or where your hands want to go within that scale. You can go higher, Three little embellishments that I'm doing on this too that you might see, and I think sound really cool, is doing a slide up right into that E. Generally, my rule of thumb is to always keep your fingers in the right placement. That's just going to make you a faster guitar player. So since we're already going to have our index finger over on that 5th fret, why not slide up with your ring finger on the 7th fret, right, like this. Remember, when you slide, Wherever you land, that's your 1. Okay? So. One more another thing you can do is I'd recommend you sliding. When you slide, pick in the middle of your string. It's going to give you, the middle of the neck, whatever you want to do. It's going to give you the fattest sound. Because we have that low E, right there. But as you start walking up to the G, where the frequency in the hertz is a lot higher, and the D, try picking at the back. Super cool surf thing you can do. So as you hear it in sequence like this. It's the guitar doing that as far as frequency range, but really I'm moving my hand the whole time as I'm plucking. So as I'm walking up to the D and I'm going up to the G, you're going to want to just get that pick right by the bridge. That's what I'm talking about, like this. As opposed to completely different tone on a guitar this big. Last little embellishment I'd like to show you, and if you've seen plenty of my other videos, is doing the little staccato picking on that little 8th fret holdout on the second part. So it's kind of fun to keep it maybe 1 2 1 2 for the first part of the lesson, like traditional. Then it gives it, a walk up, a walk down, but at the same time that little. This is Jason Lee with Next Level Guitar. Make sure to check out our website with over 1,600 videos, all levels and all styles. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. The more subscribers we get, the more content we can bring you. So we'll see you soon.